Hi, I'm Daniel Leakes.
Hello, I'm Alessandro Panettoni, and welcome to Food 101.
Food, people. Let's talk about food. Oh, Shafi, happy family day.
Same to you and to everybody listen to us. Absolutely.
Yes, yes, people,
Best day of the year.
because, yes, the best day of the year. Family day, people in Canada. So we are celebrating the spirit of having a family. And as usual, well, are you off today, Shafi? Yes, you're off today.
Yes,
Yay!
my Monday off.
Yes, good for you. And you enjoy your family. So,
Yes.
Shafi, before we go on, we are promoting our website, www.food101.ca. People, please do check our official website because you learn a lot from our website because the latest culinary lesson that we upload is the derivatives of Espanol sauce. Next will be what will be the next, Shafi? The derivatives of bechamel sauce. Oh, so people, if you're wondering how to make your food delicious, please do visit our official website, food101.ca. Yes. So, Shafi, what we gonna talk about today?
Well, we talk about our book here. Look at that. We got here.
Oh, look
Look at
at
that.
that.
Look at that. First,
Look at
first
that, people.
page. We got our lasagna. So let's talk about
Mm,
lasagna today. What do you think?
yes, I agree. I am
Fantastic. Oh,
agree,
look at that.
Shafi.
You got so
Mamma
many versions of
mia.
lasagna I can see on the website.
Que bonos.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Shafi, why is it that lasagna is a very popular dish for Italian
Come on,
cuisine?
it's an old recipe. It's a very old, and it's made in all Italy, so it doesn't matter where you go. It may be different sauce, different preparation, but at the end, it's the same idea. you know, it's of course it's famous all over the world because it's a family. We used to eat on family days, like on the Sundays or special occasion, because it take a little bit time to make it, because of course you got to make all the sauce and the pasta, the fresh pasta, if you make at home. Of course, at the time when I was a child, yes, my mom, she's still doing it, but they used to make the pasta at home, and so it takes time. It takes all one day to make everything, only for one dish. But at the end, you celebrate with the family, so it worked for you know.
Yes, it's something else. But especially today, family day. Did you do a lasagna, Shafi?
No, I did tortellini today.
It's more easy. But
Uh,
anyway, so lasagna, Shafi, what are the essential ingredients needed to make lasagna?
Okay, simple as you can go now in any grocery store, and find the lasagna sheet already done. It's already a big help. You can find dry, or you can find even the fresh one. You just get it boil up, or sometimes you can find even the one already cooked and ready to be used without boiling at all. So it's up to you, whatever you prefer to do it. And of course you need the ingredients to make the ragu: olive oil, ground beef, ground pork, onion, and the regular spice that you usually use, the herbs that you use for your ragu or bolognese meat sauce. And you need milk, butter, flour for the bechamel, nutmeg, salt, and pepper, of course. And that's it. Lots of patience to do it because it's taking a little bit time. Once you got all the sauce done, that's it. The game is over because you just got to put together.
Yes. Voila.
And
S-
voila. You start with your cooking your meat in your pot. That's it. That's a ground pork, ground beef, ground veal. I would prefer all three together. If It's all dependent. The recipe they all change, but at the end, it's up to you what you want to use most. Some people like
yes.
more pork. Some people like more beef. Some people like they don't want to eat the pork for some religion or you can change easily with different things. And that's it. You start with the meat, you cook in a pot. Then after you add your vegetable like like onion and garlic, and you finish cook. You put the wine, dry up the wine. Then after you add the tomato paste, boil up the sauce until it's reduced and thick enough and got the nice flavor. Very slowly cook. Don't speed up the sauce because it will not take the flavor of the meat anyway. So it needs time to cook. To make a very good sauce, it needs lots of time, and we gotta cook very slowly. And then after you start the bechamel. Bechamel, start with the roux, butter and flour, and then a little bit time you add the milk and you boil up. You add your spice, nutmeg, salt, and pepper, and that's it. This one is done. Then after you start to create your lasagna, build your lasagna. You start with a nice tray, and you start with the sauce, the both sauce, the meat sauce and the bechamel. Then you put the pasta, the bechamel and the meat sauce, your cheese, parmesan, mozzarella. Some place they ask to put ricotta cheese, but that's up to you. You can put anything you like. If you want to try one time with the cheddar cheese, go for it. Try with the cheddar cheese. If you like it, why not? You know. And my suggestion, of course, it's fresh mozzarella cheese or bocconcini or bufala mozzarella, or you can find a dry mozzarella now at the store, so it's easy, already shredded, and Parmesan cheese. Of course, that's the best you can add on it. And
Yes.
that's it. Then you keep it going layer after layer with the pasta, and then the sauce, and then the cheese, until you finish your product, practically. Yeah, until you finish up. You can be 5 layer, can be 6 layer, can be 10 layer. It depends how tall you want this lasagna, how tall you have the tray for. Of course, more is tall, more time take to cook. Remember that.
Yes.
So we think about a tray like 5 or 6 layer of lasagna sheets. You can cook 375 or whatever. What is 25 minutes, 30 minutes about. So
Yes.
how practically is done the lasagna. After you put in the oven, you cook, then slowly after you take it off, you leave it. My suggestion is to leave inside the oven with the oven off and let it cool down inside there, because you don't have to eat the lasagna super hot. The lasagna is, don't need to be so hot. You just need enough to get your cheese melted inside, and and uh, and that's it. You serve the lasagna, because once you cut it, if it's too hot, it's gonna fall apart. Instead, if you set it down a little bit, the lasagna, it's easy to cut. It's easy.
Perfectly well said, Chef Alessandro. And before we go on, Chefy, let's shout out to the people listening to our ranking tops in the last 30 days. You can read it now, right,
Oh
Chefy?
yeah, I can see
So can you
Jordan
read it for
second
us?
place. Jordan second place.
Yes.
Kazakhstan second place. Canada, third place. Wow, that's
Wow.
amazing. Amazing. Uh, Nigeria, 14th place. Malta, 20th place. Finland, 26. Kuwait, 32. Senegal, 33. Singapore, 45. Luxembourg, 61. Czech Republic, 186. Wow.
Yes. and many
Amazing.
more.
Wow,
Oh,
okay, that's at least that was
amazing.
good. I really like that.
Every time we see our ranking on the Apple chart, people, Chef and I are so happy and so big. Our hearts are so big because we're doing this for educate to empower people out there want to achieve excellent in cooking. Right, Chevy?
Yes, absolutely.
So, thank you so much for supporting this podcast because this podcast is created to empower food itself, just like lasagna. How many times we already discussed lasagna? I think this is
Oh,
the
I think
third time, right, Shafi?
three times. I think we talk about
Yes.
lasagna.
This is
One,
also,
I think we once we talk about different kind of lasagna, and then we talk about Genovese with potato and beans. It's different kind. Seafood lasagna, uh, vegetable lasagna. There is so many kind of lasagna.
yes, there is.
Just you just use your imagination when you create the lasagna, and that's it. Whatever you got in the
Yes.
fridge, you can load up your lasagna for sure. No,
Yes.
no Nutella and no peanut butter. Okay, making sure there is no,
No,
unless we do
there
sweet
is no.
lasagna.
It's a classic Italian lasagna. So, Shafi, how long should lasagna bake in the oven? And what is the
Around
temperature?
25 to 30 minutes, 375. I would say that
Yes.
would be enough. If it's a regular size, like 5, 6 layer lasagna, yes, I think it's more than enough. If you want to go higher, I will take maybe 1 hour for sure. Yeah,
Yes.
because it's got to reach the middle in the center of the lasagna to be nice and warm and hot and cook, all together.
So, Shafi, what's the best way to layer meat, cheese, and sauce in a lasagna?
Not the best way is, I think the good thing about lasagna that you can mix all together. It's not the way the specific way to. My mother was say, okay, just start with the meat sauce, and then after you put the bechamel around a little bit, sprinkle around, and then you put your cheese. But at the end, once it's cooking, it's all melting together. So it's not that different, make that big difference. But of course, yeah,
Yes.
when you study at school, that's what they tell you to do. So you start with the meat sauce, and then after you drizzle with the bechamel around, and then sprinkle with the cheese.
Yes. Here in Food 101, people, we want make simple. We don't want you to confuse on what you're doing.
No, absolutely not.
Basic. Basic.
Absolutely not.
That's why we are teaching you the basic thing to do so that you enjoy cooking in the kitchen. So, Shapi, how can I ensure the lasagna does become too dry or too soggy?
Well, too dry. Well, making sure you cover when you put it in the oven, because if you cover it, stay nice and moist. But if you leave it open, of course, it's going to dry up all outside of the lasagna. That's for sure. So my suggestion is aluminum. If you have our parchment paper to put in on top, so that the aluminum doesn't touch on it, and then you cover with aluminum, and then just you bake with that. As it is, 25 to 30 minutes. You turn off, leave it over there, let it cool down in the oven, let it set it down, and then after you enjoy. That's it. Simple
So,
as that.
yes,
Even if
simple
I
as
really
that.
like the crunchy part of the lasagna.
Oh, on the top. I taste one time a lasagna with bocconcini. Oh, mamma mia! It's
Oh yes,
something else. Bocconcini or the buffalo cheese.
buffalo cheese.
Something.
Yes, absolutely. Oh yes.
You need to try those, people. It's something else. So, chef, is it possible to make lasagna ahead of time?
Oh yes. Oh, you can prepare lasagna, put it in the freezer. No problem. Just put it in the oven when you need it. That's it. Or you can cook. You can cut it. You can freeze it. and make a portion, and you can warm up. You can even put in the microwave and warm up. It's as easy it can go. It's an easy dinner for for home and to keep
Yes.
in the freezer as a emergency.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's very
So,
very easy.
so, so Chefy, I can be lasagna be frozen.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. You can even frozen with the tray ready to go, and then after you just put in the oven. Make it defrost, of course, and then after you put in the cook in the oven.
Yes, people, it's easy if you are prepared enough when you're doing lasagna because a lot of things to do. Cook the meat first, then after cook, probably cook together with while you're cooking the meat. If you bought the lasagna, you need lasagna sheet that you need to boil first.
Yes,
But
cool down.
yes, to cool down. But some of lasagna sheet is already oven ready, right, Chefy?
Yeah, they are actually already boiled, so you can just some other they are boil and dry up, so they are already pre-cook
Mm.
and dry. Then you can just put as a dry like it is in the sauce, and it's gonna get soft after. But they're gonna ask you to add a little bit water on your sauce, so keep the sauce watery. That's the difference. So the because the practically they are dry sheet of lasagna that needs to be come back as it was before. So it needs to there needs the water uh, come back a lasagna like before. Yes.
Yes, people. So, what are the some common mistakes, Chefy, if you're doing lasagna,
Well, you
and to
forget the
avoid
oven, that's for
them?
sure. That's why I forget in the oven it burn, but otherwise, the common mistake. I don't see too many common mistake unless you add too much. You don't put enough sauce, maybe, and too dry and inside. But if you should put enough sauce. You know how much sauce you're gonna put when you make your lasagna. So it's yeah. Well, maybe with time, yeah, with experience, you can learn more about that, and then you can make the lasagna better each time you try. So that okay, this time you put a little bit less sauce, but you can put more sauce next time. That's the only mistake I think people can make. That's all. But otherwise, if they follow the recipe, it's easy anyway. It's not that hard to make mistake on it.
Yes, indeed. So, Chefy, for the lasagna, we can cater also for those people, like those people, let's say, have a gluten free, lactose free, or whatever allergy they have.
Yeah, yeah, they can do the lasagna vegan, lasagna gluten free. Make there is so many products in commercial now, so it's easy to make a lasagna for lactose intolerant, or you just replace uh, things inside. Like for example, I like to put tofu for a lactose intolerance, or there is some kind of lactose-free mozzarella cheese. There is well, you can use lactose-free milk, or you can use different kind of milk like soy milk or to make a bechamel. And of course, the flavor is not going to be 100% like original lasagna. You can expect that. But for people wants to have lasagna and have this, unfortunately, they have this uh, intolerance. It's still good. I think it's very very nice. And lots of
Y-
pasta gluten free around, so it's easy to find. There is vegetable lasagna sheets. I believe. Yes, I saw a few times, so they can use that one. Chickpeas lasagna, or there is so many kind of different flavor they make. They make this pasta now.
Yes, people. This dish can cater you whoever you are. If you have problem on your health. This lasagna is versatile and you can do anything what you want. But before Chefy, before we go on, I want to invite you to listen to my other podcast, a Book 101 review on my fourth season, people. And please do listen to my latest episode with Sapa Vernell. We talk about sci-fi fantasy characters that deal with this 21st century and in the past. So please do listen. Book 101 review with Safa Bernal. And if we have 13 books on Food 101, I have three volumes on Book 101 review. Volume 1, highly recommended. Volume 2, suggestion. And Volume 3 is selected. Available on Amazon and leading online bookstores worldwide. So, Shafi, lasagna, can you recommend any side dishes that pair well with lasagna?
Side dish. Wow, for Italians, there is no side dish for lasagna. There is only lasagna.
Yes,
No side dish.
main
Because
course.
let's say oh, lasagna, boom, here we go. You got lasagna, boom, on your plate. A big piece of lasagna,
Yes,
But no, we don't use side dish for the lasagna. No, never.
yes,
I don't know if you want to use it as a side dish, the lasagna for something else, but if you make a chicken or something and you put it beside lasagna, but no,
as a
no, in
side
Italy.
dish.
In Italy, it's like a pasta. It's a first course. It's a pasta. After you have your appetizer, your antipasto, your salad, whatever, you got your lasagna. Boom. Then after that, you got your main course. Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Or you're in North America, so in North America we can adjust a little bit, and you can have your lasagna with something else beside. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? In the States, you in Canada, chicken parmesan beside. There we go.
Yes,
That's for sure. But
for
I
sure.
try. I train my kids to to keep as traditional as possible. So when if you eat the lasagna, you eat the lasagna. If you eat the pasta, you eat the pasta. If you eat the chicken, you eat the chicken.
Is it possible, Chefy, lasagna with rice?
No way. But
No.
you can have the rice noodles for lasagna sheets. That can be possible for gluten-free people. Yes, why not?
Mm, yes. So, Shafi, how can we make a lighter, healthier version of traditional lasagna?
Light version of traditional lasagna.
Yes.
Well, lasagna is made to be a little bit heavy because it's a rich recipe. But eventually, yes, you can use chicken or as a meat, or you can use vegetable as a instead of ragù. You can make vegetable ragù or uh, mushroom ragù or something like that. More different and and that's it. Most of the time. Yeah, that's the only way how to make a little bit more lighter.
Yes. Not too much cream.
Yeah, unless
And
you change even the milk percentage of fat. So instead of 325, you just use the 1% of milk, or 0% of milk. But be honest with you, that this is going to be very different.
very
Very, very different to the test. Unexpected different.
for sure. So, Shafi, before we go on, we want to say thank you for listening notes for our latest score of what is our latest score, Shafi?
40.
Yes, and we are belong to
1.5.
1.5% popular show globally. Thank you, listen notes. And we are hoping this year we got 1% popular show globally. Oh,
Oh,
that be awesome.
yes, absolutely.
Yes, and thank you so much for supporting this podcast. So, Chefy, lasagna.
Yes,
What else you can say about it?
this is good. It's very good.
Que bono!
Oh, absolutely. Now, what can I say about it? It's a classic Italian recipe. You know, it's a classic. You know, wherever you go, you can find lasagna. Grocery store, you find the lasagna. Restaurant, you find lasagna. You know, uh, to don't get boring to get the same lasagna every time. Yeah, I would say, just enjoy to make it at home and try to make it different. That's it. That's what I can say.
Yes. Try people. Lasagna is easy to do. Well, for first time you will do it, you will make a mess. But for the second time, third time, fourth time, you will be perfect doing
Yeah.
it. And
But if you follow our recipe book, oh yeah.
yes. Yes, that's true. So
Easy.
grab a copy of
Yes.
our volume 12,
Yes.
Italian
It's
cuisine. This is
simple, easy. Come on.
yes, it's easy to do, people. Just follow the recipe of our Food 101 Volume 12 Italian Cuisine. That is the first recipe in our
In our book,
book.
yes.
Yes. So, Chefy, can you invite our listeners to buy our Volume 12?
Absolutely. Please, everybody. I found it very easy for me to follow this recipe. You guys should do the same. Come and go on Amazon and try to, it's not expensive to get it. So it's a easy, handy book, to keep on your counter when you work in the kitchen. Absolutely. You don't need to put on the shelf, they make it dust. It's not good. You need a book like this one to be on the kitchen, in the kitchen with you.
Yes, that's
Easy.
true. And we are promoting also the hardcover is more handy and more small. I want to send you the copy, Shafi, the
Oh,
hardcover.
cool.
It's just
Nice.
smaller than that. It's handy and you can bring anywhere. Ah. So
Nice.
thank you so much, people, for supporting this podcast because Chef and I, as we said, we are doing this because we want to empower people want to cook in the kitchen. We assure you that this is our job. This is what we are doing every day, and we want to share it to the world. So,
Fantastic.
Shafi,
Thank you very much, American people.
see you soon.